More and more people are choosing not to eat meat, so vegetable stock is a great alternative to chicken stock or beef stock. And it's also a great option when braising vegetables or when making soups, stews, or risotto. And it's very easy to make and can be very flavorful, and you can pretty much add what you like to vegetable stock. This is a simple, basic vegetable stock that does not take long to make. I'm heating 3 tablespoons of a nice light olive oil in this pan, and I am going to brown half of a white onion. You can use leeks, you can use onion. Leeks add a very nice sweetness, I find, to a vegetable stock. And we have 2 cloves of garlic. And we're not going to brown the vegetables too much, just sort of get them kind of golden color. So this goes right into the oil. That'll start browning and getting a little translucent. Use mild tasting vegetables if you want a nice mild tasting rich broth. Onions, celery, mushrooms, leeks. Avoid strong tasting vegetables like artichokes, spinach, cruciferous vegetables like cabbage or broccoli or cauliflower. Those strong flavors will really overpower a stock, and it'll actually make what I call a stinky stock, which you don't want. And then 2 ribs of celery, 2 nice carrots, and just cut these up into small pieces. Remember, it's the same as with meat stock. The smaller the pieces of ingredients, the more flavor will come out of those ingredients. There's no need to peel the carrot, and no need to actually take off the leaves if you don't want to. They taste good. Now the yield on this will be about 2 quarts of stock. So just until these start to brown, and it'll take about 10 or 12 minutes. Then add your carrots and celery. You can add some peppercorns and some bay leaf. And I also have some very nice herbs, fresh thyme, fresh basil, and fresh flat leaf parsley. So when I add the carrots and the celery, we have our mirepoix. Add black pepper, about 1/4 teaspoon, and get these cooking a little bit. Scraps that you might otherwise compost or discarded may be added to your vegetable stock, like the tops of leeks, parsley stems, the bad ends, the woody ends of asparagus, shiitake mushroom stems, carrot peels, ends from squashes. You can freeze these scraps until you're ready to make stock. Before you add the water, everything should be just lightly browned and a little bit tender, about 10 minutes. If you can get the vegetables on the verge of caramelization, you can get a more intense flavor and a darker color. If you want a very deep flavor, you can add what my mother always added to her vegetable stock, dried mushrooms. Those wonderful Italian or Chinese or Polish dried mushrooms. Very, very flavorful. So now we can add water to cover. I would say somewhere between 8 to 10 cups. Now you can raise the heat again. Now, as opposed to meat stock or chicken stock, if this does boil, it's not going to get terribly cloudy compared to a meat stock. There's not any of that fat to emulsify. Now I'm adding 8 sprigs of flat leaf parsley, 8 sprigs of basil, and some fresh thyme. And this is one stock that you will season with salt. And I would say about 3/4 teaspoon to start. So bring that to a boil, reduce heat to a gentle simmer, and cook uncovered for 1 hour. So this is what it looks like after 1 hour. The brief cooking time of vegetable stock ensures that flavors are extracted but not lost. And so just as we strained our beef stock and our chicken stock, you can strain this lovely vegetable stock. I'm not even using cheesecloth because I don't think we have to. So fragrant. And now you can press on the vegetables because there's no fat to extract. and just get as much liquid out as possible. You have a very flavorful, beautiful vegetable stock to make your risotto, to make your vegetable soups. Now cool this to room temperature. You can freeze it or use it within 3 days.